So let's say now you've got your dedicated space for rituals and you've got yourself a table or some sort of wooden box or plinth in, in order to make it a functioning temple, so to speak. You might be wondering what goes on the table. Well, you will need candlestick holders. 2 will be fine. You will need a holder for incense. You will most probably need a tablecloth of some sort. It can be a proper tablecloth, it can be a towel. You know, you can only use what you have available at that time. So, do you need to go out and buy all these things? If you are in the position to do so, then yes, if you want. But, you know, not everybody has money to spend at, a moment's notice in order to buy these things. It is quite permissible for you to make candlestick holders. You may use wood, you may use an old jars to place them in. You know, as long as you've tried to clean them up as best you can, then it should be fine. An incense holder, you can make it out of wood, clay, a piece of steel with a couple of holes drilled in it in order to hold incense. You know, it's your effort which is of more importance than the, aesthetics of it. You should not, use plastics. That's really only a last resort. There might be pretty looking plastic candlestick holders or whatever, but plastic's not really something you should be using. You need things like wood, stone, clay, steel, something that has earthly type properties. That should be fine. But plastics should only be an absolute last resort. So we've got, incense holders, the candlestick, a tablecloth. The most important thing out of all of that is a Bible with the Psalms in it, because you will be using the Psalms during your ritual. This is something that you should not avoid or try and supplement it with something else. Now, some people, they look at the TV, they see these witchcraft type rituals. People have magic wands, they have swords, they have capes and cloaks and a metal pentagram or something similar. But these things are just for entertainment purposes. They are not actually necessary. The value of such things is purely symbolic. There's nothing in it that will make your ritual more powerful, that will protect you, that will make your presence more commanding. Like I said, these things come from TV fiction shows, and that is where they belong. And this, from what you can see of such shows where Bibles are used and they do nursery rhymes and stupid stuff like that, is exactly that, just stupid stuff. These things will not help you. A Bible will. Incense will. Candles. You also have to have candles in the appropriate colour. It's not just a matter of buying a couple of white candles, lighting them up and hoping for the best. You know, in this series I'm doing, you know, I'll be dealing with the Kabbalah, certainly. But the Sephira have different colours on each level. So Absolute, Bria, Yetzirah and Asiya, the colours will be different. And this is something you have to consider. We will be dealing largely in Asiya. Yes, Asiya, or more specifically, the Sephira of Malkut in Asiya, which is the here and now. We may be drawn in planetary influences, but ultimately it is here and now where they will come into play. This is what we are aiming to do. So, all I wish to say to you is have your Bible, candlestick holders, incense holders, a tablecloth, and a table or a plinth or a wooden crate or a box or whatever. But use plastic as the very last option. And I'll be explaining these things as I go along. Yeah. So that's all I want to say for the time being.